Hey everybody, it's Kenneth again. I finally got some time to show you my new guitar. It's actually my old guitar, but with a little more modification in it. This here is a sample player by Akai, the Akai MPX8 sample player. Before, my friend Anthony of Guitardoc Berlin offered me to build in this Akai sampler. I used gaffer tape to tape it on my guitar, and it looked very trashy, and it was everything else than handy. It looked just totally unprofessional. He did a very good job. He actually made the body a little bit bigger than the usual body of the original Fender Jaguar guitar. Otherwise, we would have had problems to build this whole system here in. He made it out of the wood of an old maple tree. It sounds amazing now. The guitar got a lot more quality because he saw it out of a whole piece of old wood. It's very cool. Yeah, this sample player can only be powered by a USB cable if you connect it to the computer. And to make this thing light up as soon as I hit the switch here, I needed to insert a mobile smartphone charger, which is on the back side here. Behind all the other white plates there are all the electronics that were originally in the Akai MPX8. Here is my SD card slot, so it's very easy to remove this SD card here to put new sounds on. If you need any other information to the sampler itself, just have a look at the Akai MPX8 on the internet. They will find everything. It's not the most expensive one. I think it's about 80 to 100 bucks or so. As you can maybe imagine, this guitar is pretty heavy. Heavier than a usual guitar, between 5 or 6 kilograms. But it's still playable and I still enjoy to play it live. Why would someone do something like this? Why would we need a sample player in our guitar? First thing, it's cool. I think it's very cool to have it. It looks very futuristic, and I'm a big fan of futuristic looks. The most important thing is that I always wanted to play synthesizers or also drums in my solo act Unkenny Valleys. And I didn't want to carry another stand or another keyboard with me, and I also didn't want to use any laptops or so. I wanted to keep it simple, and this allows me to have everything on my guitar, so everything is on board my guitar, and also the drum samples that I can put on this sampler, and also the synthesizer samples. Because I'm a fan of light traveling, I also like to be mobile on stage, so I will use the wireless system. Actually, it's a wireless set. It's a sender and a receiver. I will use two pairs. We have one pair for the Akai sampler and the other pair for the actual guitar. So how is that possible? This is not a simple mono input, it's a stereo input. So the left side of my cable grabs the single coils signals, and the right side of my jack cable here grabs the signal of the Akai sample player. It would look like this. So I used some gaffer. It's not the most beautiful way to do it, but at the moment, it's just the way it is. And here is a splitter cable. So here are the two senders by Sennheiser. They go in here in my splitter, which is a right and a left splitter for a stereo cable, and this cable goes into my guitar. Usually you would use a simple stereo cable which splits up into mono signals, but in this case we will use the Sennheiser wireless system because it's very cool to have this on board as well, as you will feel free like a bird on stage. When it comes to the wireless system, you always have a sender and a receiver, so the sender goes right into the guitar in your instrument and the receiver goes into your amp. So we have two instruments here, so I will use two amps. I'm a very big fan of Fender, so I use my Princeton 112 Plus for the guitar and the Champion 50XL for the sampler. The Champion 50XL is a pretty new model by Fender, which has also some M modulation on board. It's very cool, it's very small, I really like it. Thank you Fender for sending this over to try it. So let's see what we can do with this beautiful piece of an instrument. I have only 2 senders and 2 receivers of the Sennheiser wireless system, so I needed to remove the 2 receivers from the amps and connect them to my loopers here. One goes to the looper where I will loop my samples and the other one goes to where I will loop my guitars. And from the loopers there will go 2 separate jack cables to the amps. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and also thanks to Sennheiser who were sending me this XS Wireless Digital Instrument Bass set. It's a wireless cable, you could say. It's super easy. I mean, you just connect them by holding those 2 buttons here and they're instantly connected like actually like a Bluetooth connection. Yeah, you just heard it. I used it in the video before. The sound is being transferred just perfectly. I had no velocity problem or something like that. Yeah, if you're interested in wireless systems, this is a possibility as a beginner to use it in a practice room or also on stage. And it's still quite affordable. I mean, if you compare them to the usual wireless systems for stages, this is a cheaper version. Very useful and very professional, so check these out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for my channel. And also check out my playlist Supersonic Sugar Shock on Spotify. You will find the link in the description. And if you have a band or if you are a solo artist, you can also submit your song on Submit Hub if you want to be part of my weekly top 5 that I promote on Facebook and Instagram. I was very happy to see you again, and I hope we see you next time, so see you later.